Barron says it could upend the world even more than the internet. It will bring change that is orders of magnitude greater than anything the world has yet seen. And Bill Gates said that what's behind Project Omega is as fundamental as the creation of the personal computer, the internet, and the mobile phone. It will change the way people work, learn, travel, get healthcare, and communicate with each other. Make no mistake, a lot of people will get rich from Elon Musk's Project Omega, which is why Forbes said that it is set to unleash the greatest profit engine in history. But I also have some bad news. At the same time, millions of Americans will fall behind. Many will land in poverty. Goldman Sachs economists are already warning that 300 million jobs could simply disappear. That's why I just released a brand new presentation to show you the 3 steps you need to take today to be on the winning side of this massive shift. Hi, I'm Eric Fry. I spent the last 30 years working in Silicon Valley and Wall Street as a broker, entrepreneur, analyst, and hedge fund manager. So this is not the first time I'm going public with a warning. For example, back in the year 2000, I warned everyone the dot-com bubble was about to burst. Those who listened to me avoided the bloodbath when the NASDAQ plunged 75%. I made a similar call in 2005 when I noticed another bubble, this time in the housing market. I even went on CNBC to get the information out to as many investors as possible. And by doing so, I saved thousands of Americans from financial ruin when the housing market completely collapsed 2 years later. More recently, in 2021, I predicted the crash in tech stocks and advised many of my readers to jump out of the infamous ARK Innovation ETF. Soon after that, tech stocks crashed, and that ETF dropped about 70%. In all, I've helped to alert investors ahead of crashes for 73 different stocks. Now, I'm telling you all this because I want you to take my warning seriously. This time, we're not just dealing with another bubble or a potential stock market crash. No, it's much bigger than that. Because what's happening here in San Francisco will exponentially increase the wealth gap in America. And if you end up on the wrong side of this economic shift, you could fall behind and never be able to recover. But if you take the 3 steps I'm going to cover here today, you could end up on the winning side of this $15.7 trillion revolution. But you need to act fast. Because as the website Digital Trends says, this disturbing new trend has been moving at an unbelievable speed in recent months. That's why I just released a brand new presentation telling you exactly the 3 steps you need to take right now to prepare. This presentation is free to watch. Just click on the button below to get started. Hi, I'm Eric Fry. I'm here in downtown San Francisco to expose what Elon Musk did inside the walls of this building right behind me. This is where, a few years ago, he and a couple other billionaires launched what I'm calling Project Omega, a project that's soon guaranteed to affect every aspect of your life. Bank of America has already confirmed it could revolutionize everything. Love him or hate him, I think we can all agree that Elon Musk already helped change the world with PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX. But I believe Project Omega will be much bigger than all of those combined. Because what's powering this project could soon mint a new wave of millionaires, billionaires, and even the world's first trillionaire, while at the same time plunging millions of unprepared Americans into poverty. These billionaires have been silently working on this project for the past 7 years. And finally, on November 30th, 2022, they flipped on the switch. And that's going to have huge implications for you, no matter how much money you have, no matter where you live or what you do. I believe those who don't prepare could soon be trapped in an economic death spiral. I believe they'll fall behind and might never be able to catch up. Goldman Sachs economists are already warning that 300 million jobs could simply disappear. One industry insider warned that nobody is safe. Even the CEO of Elon's project, the man who actually flipped on the switch, has admitted this will reshape society as we know it. But while millions of Americans will end up on the wrong side of this paradigm shift, you do not have to be one of them. You see, according to Forbes, Elon Musk's Project Omega is set to unleash the greatest profit engine in history. I'm talking about an estimated $15.7 trillion in new wealth. But if you want a piece of that pie, you're going to have to act fast. Because as the website Digital Trends says, Project Omega has been moving at an unbelievable speed in recent months. If you blink, you'll miss out. So pay close attention because I'm about to reveal all the details of what has been called the biggest revolution in human history. I'll explain why I believe this project will create new millionaires, billionaires, and even the world's first trillionaire, while also driving millions of Americans into a government welfare program known as Universal Basic Income. I'll show you the 3 steps you need to take today to be on the winning side of this massive economic shift. And I'll even give you the name and ticker symbol of a stock that could skyrocket because of this trend, totally free of charge.
Hi, like I said before, my name is Eric Fry. I've spent the last 30 years working in Silicon Valley and Wall Street as a broker, entrepreneur, analyst, and hedge fund manager. A few years ago, I entered an investment competition against 650 of Wall Street's biggest names, including billionaire hedge fund legends like David Einhorn and Bill Ackman. I'm sure most people thought I had no chance, but with an average annualized return of 140%, I ended up beating all of those legends and winning the whole thing. They even gave me the title of America's top trader. How is that possible? It's simple. Over the past decades, I've developed what can only be described as a sixth sense for the market, an ability to see big trends before the masses catch on. For instance, back in the year 2000, I warned everyone that the dot-com bubble was about to burst. Those who listened to me avoided the bloodbath when the NASDAQ plunged 78%, and many tech companies went bankrupt. I made a similar call in 2005 when I noticed another bubble, this time in the housing market. I even went on CNBC to get the info out to as many people as possible. And by doing so, I potentially saved thousands of Americans from financial ruin when the housing market completely collapsed 2 years later. More recently, in 2021, I predicted the crash in tech stocks and advised my readers to jump out of the very popular ARK Innovation ETF. Soon after, tech stocks crashed and that ETF dropped about 70%. In all, I've helped to alert investors ahead of crashes for 73 different stocks. I'm telling you all this because I want you to take my warning seriously. This time, we're not dealing with just another bubble or a potential stock market crash. No, it's much bigger than that. Because I believe Project Omega will turn the growing wealth gap in America into a black hole so large that if you're on the wrong side, you will never be able to catch up. But if you take the 3 steps I'm going to cover here today, you could end up on the winning side of this $15.7 trillion economic shift. In fact, with these 3 steps, you'll have multiple chances to make as much as 10 times your money. And look, I know that might sound too good to be true. I'll be the first one to admit that finding a 1,000% gain opportunity is very rare. Most people go their entire lives and never make 10 times their money on anything. But I've done it not just once, not twice, not 3 times. I've done it 41 times. Take a look. I'm talking about opportunities to turn $1,000 into as much as $17,220 in Valero Energy, $60,410 in Westpac Banking, and even $113,370 in Royal Garden Resorts, just to name a few. And I'm here today because I believe Project Omega is creating a new rare opportunity for you to make those kinds of gains multiple times in the coming months and years. But those gains will only be possible if you act right now. Simply put, the train is leaving the station and you need to make a decision right now. You'll have to jump on board or you'll be left behind. And you could end up on the losing side of this paradigm shift. I say that because we saw something very similar with the internet in the 1990s. Those who leveraged that new technology prospered and dominated the market, while those who ignored it were destroyed financially. Take Netflix, for example. Even though the company started by filling out DVDs, it quickly pivoted to just letting their customers watch their favorite movies and
Stop running on the treadmill every single day if you're trying to lose weight, or I'm gonna jump in this pool.
The best way to boost your energy and stay young, not drinking coffee, not doing cardio, and it's definitely not eating the #1